traveled for weeks to trade buffalo hides for Mandan corn. The Mandan became a hub, connecting distant peoples through the exchange of goods and stories. These exchanges were more than economic. They built alliances and a multicultural landscape. Languages, customs, and ideas mingled in the villages, creating a unique blend of traditions. The Mandan villages became a melting pot. Their influence woven into the fabric of the plains. Their legacy can still be felt in the diversity and resilience of the region today. Their spiritual beliefs guide every hunt and harvest blending the physical and spiritual into daily life. Every action is infused with meaning. Every success contributing to the spirit's fate. The Mandan didn't just survive, they built a thriving civilization on the heart of the continent. Their ingenuity and spirit left a mark that endures, a testament to their strength and vision. Their story is one of innovation, connection, and spiritual power, a legacy that continues to inspire, reminding us of the enduring strength of the human spirit. Before skyscrapers, there were Mandan earth lodges, architectural marvels that stood the test of time and nature. These structures were built to withstand Dakota's extremes, from harsh winters to scorching summers. Massive wooden frames, layered with willow, grass, and earth, housed entire families and their animals, providing shelter and security. A central hearth kept the lodge warm, even in blizzards, creating a cozy and safe environment. Inside, life was communal and organized, with sacred posts, supporting the structure and symbolizing the cosmos, reflecting their spiritual beliefs. Villages were carefully planned, fortified with ditches and palisades, and centered around the plaza for ceremonies and gatherings, ensuring both safety and community. The largest lodge overlooking the plaza served for sacred rituals and ornamental. This layout reflected their social and spiritual order, illuminating their worldview where every element had a purpose. Living in these towns gave the Mandan a strong sense of identity and security, fostering a tight-knit community. Their earth lodges were decorated with permanence, allowing their culture to flourish and their traditions to be passed down to generations. Testament to their ingenuity and resilience. The Mandan thrived on the plains thanks to their mastery of corn, unique varieties adapted to the northern climate. Their agricultural surplus turned villages into regional trading hubs. Nomadic tribes journeyed for Mandan crops, trading buffalo goods for corn and pottery. The Mandan acted as brokers, controlling the flow of goods across the plains. Trade was built on relationships, rituals, and trust, often sealed with ceremonies and sacred rites. These alliances brought protection and prosperity, making the Mandan influential far beyond their village. Their villages buzzed with visitors, languages, and new ideas from across the continent. From the Pacific to Great Lakes, the world was Mandan. This quiet village community, rich in their art and stories, their agricultural wealth fed not just bodies, but a vibrant and dynamic culture. The Mandan were at the crossroads of a pre-Columbian America. For the Mandan, art was everywhere, even on buffalo robes, which became canvases for personal and tribal history. These robes were more than just protection from the elements. They were living records, each brushstroke capturing moments of triumph, sorrow, and celebration. The Mandan saw their world through the lens of creativity, turning necessity into expression. Men painted pictographs of raids, visions, and feats. Each symbol told a story of courage. These images were not just decoration, they were a way to remember, to teach, and to inspire future generations. The act of painting was a ritual, connecting the artist to ancestors and the spirit world. Women mastered abstract design, decorating clothing and pottery with patterns rich in meaning. Their hands shaped not only the objects, but the stories and values of their people, weaving identity into every stitch and line. Their pottery was both strong and beautiful, a blend of utility and artistry. Each vessel was crafted to endure daily life, yet adorned to reflect the beauty of the earth and sky, making every meal a celebration of culture. Everyday objects, moccasins, pipes, tools, were adorned with quill work and carving. Even the most practical items became works of art, carrying the spirit of the maker and the pride of the community. Art honored materials, spirits, and community, believed to imbue objects with power. Ceremonial pieces were crafted with care and alliances, expressed respect, and created bonds that lasted generations. The Mandan were not just warriors and farmers, they were master artists. Their creativity was a source of pride, shaping how they saw themselves and how others saw them. Their creativity fused survival with beauty, making art a living part of daily life. Every object, from the simplest tool to the most elaborate garment, was a testament to their ingenuity and spirit. Through art, their stories and spirit traveled far beyond their villages, leaving a legacy that endures in every piece that survives today. And the land. For the Mandan, being a warrior meant more than fighting. It was a path of honor, responsibility, and spiritual discipline. Warriors protected the village, but also led, provided, and served as role models. Training began in childhood, learning skills and seeking spiritual vision for strength and guidance. War honors were earned for acts of bravery, touching an enemy, capturing a weapon, or stealing possession. These were celebrated with eagle feathers and painted symbols marking achievement. The system encouraged courage while minimizing bloodshed. Warrior councils advised Their legacy was not aggression, but the protection and flourishing of their people. In the late 1700s, European and American traders, drawn by Mandan hospitality and trade networks, the Mandan welcomed new goods, metals, firearms, beads, while traders saw them as key partners. Wars and clothing expeditions marked a high point in cultural exchange. The Mandan provided food, shelter, and knowledge, and in return they gained new technologies and political abilities. Their villages became vital fur trade posts, skillfully navigating shifting alliances. But with new contacts came invisible threats, diseases like whooping cough and measles. Early outbreaks were devastating, foreshadowing a global catastrophe. The river that sustained them now carried a deadly threat. The Mandan faced dangers no warrior could fight. Before Europeans, the Mandan numbered up to 15,000, thriving in fortified villages. In 1837, smallpox arrived on a steamboat, spreading rapidly through their communities. With no immunity, the Mandan were devastated. Over 90% perished in months. Villages became places of death. Families and traditions vanished almost overnight. Only about 150 Mandans survived, one of the most tragic collapses in American history. Survivors, in shock and grief, joined with the Hidatsa to form Lake Fishhook Village. Despite immense loss, they refused to let their culture die. They preserved language, stories, and ceremonies, determined to rebuild. The epidemic tore apart a 1,000-year-old social fabric. Yet the Mandan spirit endured, finding resilience in unity. Their survival was an act of defiance against extinction. The Mandan legacy lived on, even in the face of overwhelming tragedy. The Mandan story is one of achievement, loss, and resilience. Today, as part of the 3 affiliated tribes, they thrive on the Fort Berthold Reservation. Their language is being revived, and traditional arts flourish in new forms. Ancient agricultural knowledge is returning.